Well, tonight, dude, on the show, we've got Blind Guardian. Yeah, Blind Guardian.
Nice.
Blind Guardian is back. They have a new CD out called At the Edge of Time.
Okay.
And, that's not it. What's wrong with me?
It's something about a red mirror.
Yeah. The Red Throne.
The Red Throne?
Yes. No, Beyond the Red Mirror. I don't know why this is, I guess the folder is
fucked up.
Fucked up. Yeah, it's called Beyond the Red Mirror.
Well, I probably put that folder together when I was not sleeping.
Right. So, they got a new one out, and we're going to speak with Hansi.
All right.
From Blind Guardian tonight. We're going to talk to him in about 10 or 12 minutes. And
nice. Our friend Brian Waymeyer, he texted me during the week. He was like, I'm so happy you guys are having Hansi from Blind Guardian on. That's so cool that you would have somebody like that on the show.
Somebody like that?
Yeah, I guess. I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, just such a big name. I was like,
really?
Because he was asking me, how'd you get that interview? Like it was a big deal. I was like, label asked us to do it.
Okay. I wasn't aware that Blind Guardian Hansi was such a big name.
You know what? I think Blind Guardian is one of those bands that just has that following.
Okay.
You know, like a really hardcore cult following, and you and I are not aware of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, they're probably, obviously that European metal, and there's a lot of great bands over in Europe.
There are a ton of them.
Mm-hmm. But regardless, I mean, everybody's got their, obviously they wouldn't be out there having CDs and touring around and things if they didn't have a following. So right. Brian must be one of them.
Yeah, he's one of those hardcores apparently.
Sure, absolutely. And then something that you and I kind of traded a few emails on this week, for the last 2 months or so, we've been kind of like branching off a little bit and kind of mixing it up with, stories.
Yeah, sure.
Just kind of, I hate to call them news stories because they're not really news. They're just sort of like things that have taken place in public.
Right.
They're not really news.
Right. Okay.
But apparently people seem to enjoy our reporting on them and, giving our analysis or our take on things.
Mm-hmm.
And, you received several submissions from people this week.
I did.
And I've gotten a few submissions this week. And, of course, I found my own. So we've got plenty of that to do tonight. I've got so many subjects.
Yeah, isn't it cool that the fans are like doing our work for us?
Well, I know that we strike a chord when people get actively involved.
Right.
And, for whatever reason, people are getting more and more actively involved and saying, hey, you need to talk about this or, check this out or, you might want to mention that or something, and that's good. I like that.
Do you think it's because we're doing good or because the country's just fucking flat out disintegrating?
I think it's disintegrating before our eyes. And, I think that, I think that our audience is in that mature range. They're not kids anymore, but they're not old people. And they kind of take a special interest in the fucked upness of where we're headed in this country.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, but I picked out a few stories too that I know that you're just going to go, what the fuck?
What do you think people are more of? Do you think people are more angry or scared?
Wow. I think it's about a 50-50.
You think?
I think there's a lot of concern out there.
Yeah. I think people are more scared than angry. I think because I know even with in my own personal world, I see shit that happens, and maybe 2 years ago I'd have been like pissed off about it, where now I just more expect it.
Yeah. And
now it's just like, whenever I see this story or that story, I just make sure that the guns are fucking properly loaded.
Sure. Well, I've got a gun or two related story that I know that will just send you over the edge.
Oh, good.
So, I just got a whole hodgepodge of stuff. So it'll be a good show.
Well, are you celebrating there in Indiana because, gay people can't eat at restaurants anymore?
I did not hear this.
You didn't hear that story?
No, not at all.
There's some law being passed about some sort of, I'll dig it up for the show.
In Indiana?
In Indiana.
Really?
Yep, some law that's getting pushed through about, so some kind of religious freedom thing where businesses are now allowed to not serve people if they're gay.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I think that's the Religious Freedom Act.
Yeah, Religious Freedom Act.
Yeah, that the governor says is not a good idea.
Yeah, well, it's not a good idea.
Oh, I know it's not a good idea, but I even some of the quote unquote the religious zealotry think that's ridiculous as well.
But I think it actually passed you guys as like Senate or something.
Yeah, well, I think sometimes people like to just stir it up a little bit just for other reasons,
Yeah. I saw that story and I was like, Jesus, what are they trying to cover up with this story that they need this much attention? Because there's always something else going on.
Yeah, it's like a smoke screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, geez, something big must be going on that we're not hearing about.
Sure. It's a smoke screen.
That's right.
All right. Well, anyway, we are live in the Classic Metal Show chat room. You might want to join us over there at chatandkill.com, chatandkill.com. Can you go directly to chatandkill.com? Because when
I couldn't either.
Yeah, I had to go through the website, and it's Chatwing, so they may have changed it or something.
I don't know. I mean, who has chatandkill.com on their domain, me or you?
It's me.
Did it expire?
No, I've updated everything until everything's updated to 2 years.
I'll look and see what's going on. I mean, because it's clearly something with the DNS. It's not. Yeah. I don't want to get in a whole.
Yeah, but I had to go through the classicmetalshow.com and hit the chat room link, and
I did too.
It took me right to the chat room. So if you're having a difficult time logging into the chat room, if you go to chatandkill.com, for some reason, you'll have to just go to the classicmetalshow.com and hit the chat room link on that page, and it'll take you into the chat room.
Yeah, it's just Chat and Kill at the top.
Yes, exactly. Yep, right along the top, it says Chat and Kill.
Yep, and that'll get you there.
Yeah, it'll put you in there. I was in the studio last week since we were running an archive show, and the CMS studio line kept ringing and ringing and ringing. It's like, okay, who's calling? So I answered the phone. It was our good friend Bob Nobandian.
Oh, yeah,
Well, he was just like, well, I'm listening to the show, and I'm trying to get into the chat room, and I can't get in. And I was just like, well, we're not live tonight. We're running an archive show. Oh, I had the free night out, and I wanted to hang out and be in the chat room tonight.
Well, tough shit, Bob.
So we
be free every week.
Yeah, so we chatted for a little bit, and he let me know that for those of you who are subscribed to the GoFundMe or whatever, what was
Kickstarter
it?
Or whatever.
Yeah, he said that they'll be mailing out your prizes here within the next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he says, I bet you Chris is wondering where his prize is. I said, yeah, actually, we brought that up the other week. He goes, I don't know why they're so slow at mailing that stuff out, but I guess they're mailing it out this week.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder if I got ripped off by Bob.
No, he said they've just been delayed in sending out the prizes.
Now I'll have to wonder if I've been ripped off by Veronica.
Yeah, I haven't seen or heard from her in weeks.
I talked to her yesterday.
She hasn't said too much to me, and I texted with her about 2 Sundays ago, and that's the last I heard of her.
Yeah, she's having some health shit too.
Yeah, I know.
She's a little fucked up herself, but maybe if she didn't have those fucking 40-pound bowling balls on her fucking chest, her back wouldn't hurt.
Sure. What a drag it is getting old.
Exactly. But you know what? She needs to keep those big old titties.
Right.
Because they're appealing.
Right. Nice. All right, man. Well, that's what's going on tonight. We got Blind Guardian coming up here in a couple of minutes, and we're in the chat room. Go to theclassicmetalshow.com and log into the chat room through there. And, we got stories, and, if we got time, maybe we'll get to that Natalie's World thing tonight.
Okay, cool.
We haven't done that in a while. And
sure.
see what she's up to these days. And, we've got a whole hodgepodge of stuff to get to.
Lots and lots.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you say? Let's get into the Blind Guardian.
All right.
And as I said, they have a new CD out called Beyond the Red Mirror.
All right.
And I'm going to play a tune here from it and get Hansi on the phone.
Cool.
So the name of this tune is called Twilight of the Gods.
Whoa.
Ooh. Sounds
very
ominous.
Scary.
Very ominous.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here it is. It's brand new Blind Guardian exclusively here
on your classic metal show.